What's up, y'all? Anybody here? Hello, leave a comment. I am on, we're live. I'll start in about a minute. Say what's up, introduce yourself, say where you're from. Got my notes today, y'all, because I just need to make sure that I cover all my topics. Last webinar I didn't really cover everything I wanted to, so that was a big deal for me. So got my notes today, so we're going to cover everything that I need to cover. Integrative medicine, essential oils, herbal remedies, all the things that we need to be doing to make applicable lifestyle changes and integrating alternative medicine into our complementary medicine, what we do now. So not complementary, but our conventional medicine. So we're going to discuss those things. If anybody is here, say what's up. Let me know how you guys are doing. I hope all is well. So I guess we'll get started. I actually have some screen shares for you guys as well. I created a slideshow this time just to make sure that I cover all my points, because there's a lot to cover when it comes to alternative medicine, complementary medicines that are going to go along with what you're doing now if you have any terminal or chronic diseases or illnesses. So we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about what I use, what I suggest for you guys to use. I am going to also talk about 3 diseases that people have been asking me for advice on or what to use. Those 3 are thyroid, fibroids, and what's my other one? Diabetes, because I have someone who was diagnosed with prediabetes, and so I wanted to touch on that as well, because it's something that we all, it's a risk factor for us all if we are watching our diet and things like that. So we can jump right into it. I'm going to do a screen share of my slideshow first, and then I have some pictures and some things to show you guys as well. So let me figure out screen share, then we'll get to it. I thought I saw a screen share option. There it is. That's pretty nice. I like this. So we're going to talk about integrative medicine and essential oils. Essential oils 101, because it's going to be really quick on essential oils. It's not going to be an in-depth review of essential oils. And of course, I'm always open to talking to you guys privately or in another forum if you want to talk about specific oils that I speak about today. So integrative medicine and essential oils 101 is what we're going to talk about. So what is integrative medicine? Let's talk about that, because I know a lot of people don't really know what integrative medicine is. And integrative medicine is pretty much alternative methods and conventional methods, those 2 combined together. It's kind of hard for us to get away from conventional methods of medicine altogether because we are westernized, as well as the fact that we need conventional medicine. We need surgeries, we need chemotherapies at times, we need other treatments that you can't get or do at home yourself. So it's important that we practice an integrative medicine model of health, because you need to do preventative things to yourself. That way you don't have to always run to the doctor, and you don't always have to let your illnesses get so progressive to where you'll need chemotherapies and things like that. I've learned throughout my research that there's always a preventative way to stop something unless it's genetic. And so it just takes us to understand what are holistic ways of living, what are ways that we can prevent, what are things we can do in our diet and our everyday lives to prevent us contracting cardiovascular diseases, contracting cancers and things like that. Because there are things that we can do to stop ourselves from getting really sick and really ill and contracting chronic diseases. So integrative medicine is incorporating alternative methods and conventional methods together. Next slide, we are going to conventional medicine. What's conventional medicine? Prescription pain pills, over-the-counter medicines, antibiotics, surgeries, chemotherapies, things that we tend to need in our everyday life. Alternative methods, physical activity, exercise, and yoga. And I put physical activity and exercise and alternative methods because there are doctors who are all about wellness. They'll teach you how to they'll tell you how to prevent and how to that you need physical exercise and physical activity, but there are also doctors who won't push the fact that physical activity will treat a lot of the terminal illnesses that we have now. So it's important that we incorporate some type of physical activity, some type of exercise in our daily programs. Meditation is an alternative method, and that's more or less for mental, because we don't really think about mentally healing ourselves when we come down with a cold or when we have an illness. But a lot of our causes are mental. A lot of the things that cause us to become ill are mental diseases or mental mind frames, I should state. So meditation is a great alternative method to help and heal. It's important to realize that we can heal ourselves. Our bodies do heal themselves if we do the applicable things to allow our bodies to heal ourselves. So that's meditation is very, very important. Herbal remedies, you got your teas, you have your diet, you have all of these different plant-based remedies that you can use as an alternative method. It's aromatherapy. Essential oils are essentially plant-based compounds. And so aromatherapy is really, really huge as a really huge alternative method. It's something that I've gotten into, and that's why we're going to talk about essential oils in a bit, because aromatherapy is a really great way to start to incorporate a complementary and alternative method into your healing, your health and wellness. Diet-based, of course. A lot of our illnesses come from our diet, and I don't think a lot of people really, really get that. When we're going out, we're eating the fried foods, we're eating the fast foods, we're eating the things that we don't really know what's in it or where it comes from. We contract illness. So it's important to think of diet as an alternative method of healing. Acupuncture, other traditional Chinese medicine models are great alternative methods. You got Chi, you have acupuncture, you have massage therapy. A lot of mind-body based therapies are alternative methods. Holistic living is really healing yourself in your mind, body, and soul. And that's something that we need to think about when we are thinking of complementary and alternative methods. So that is very important. And let me get back to unscreen sharing so that we can talk about other things. So Google Hangouts, see if that's back to me. No, that wasn't right. So excuse me for this. Let me get back to, how can I take the screen sharing off? I think I'm not screen sharing any longer. So hopefully you guys can see me now. And that is just the basis of integrative medicine. We're going to integrate alternative methods and complementary methods into our daily living. And so my favorite alternative method is aromatherapy right now, and that's really why I'm here to talk to you guys, to start to think about other methods of healing. And aromatherapy is really good, and herbal remedies are really good. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about essential oils and what they are, and what and what they can do to help you in your everyday life, in your everyday healing methods. If you guys are already have any type of chronic illnesses or diseases, or if you are now looking to have preventative methods. And for me, my whole basis is preventative. I try to prevent myself and my family from getting sick. We don't really get sick often, and again, it's because of all the things that I do to prevent us from getting sick. And one of those things is drinking some type of herbal tea daily. I have to have something daily. And it's important because you need to make sure that you are boosting your immune system daily. You're acclimating yourself daily, and that you're detoxifying daily. That's important. You're doing the things to keep you in tip-top shape. Physical activity every day, some of it. So that's why I wanted to talk about essential oils. And I first want to get started with, and I'm going to go back to screen sharing here. I want to get started with talking about essential oils and the company that I use and the reason why I chose this company. The company is Young Living, and I talked about them briefly in my last webinar. Young Living is a company that which is that was formed by Gary D. Young. He is the CEO of the company, and his whole motto for forming an essential oil company that was going to have the purest and most therapeutic forms of essential oils. And so Young Living owns about 3 farms in Idaho and farms in other areas of the country where the indigenous plants grow so that they can have the purest soil. They own their own farms as well. And not every oil is grown on that farm or distilled on that farm. We have a farm in Ecuador, I think we have a farm, and let me grab my other book because there's all the farms here. So where's the page? So there's 3 in Utah, and those in Utah is where the lavender comes from, and we have one of the best lavenders on the market. We are one of the, if not the best essential oil company for it's 100% therapeutic grade. And so let me go to the screen share really quickly, and I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Screen share, there we go. So essential oil grades. And so there's 4 grades of essential oils. There's a therapeutic grade essential oil, there is a natural oil, an extended or altered oil, synthetic or nature identical oils. And the ones from 3 to 4 are going to have some type of chemical base in them. A therapeutic grade essential oil is what you want to look for when you're thinking of using essential oils as an alternative method of healing. You need something that you're going to be able to ingest, that you're going to be able to apply topically, and that you're going to be able to diffuse in the air, and it has a therapeutic aromatherapy effect on you. And so it's very important. So Young Living oils are steam distilled essential oils, and each batch is tested. They pride themselves on the seed to seal process, and that is something where they are making sure that the soil is correct on the plants. They are hand picking each plant, and they are sending them through a very distinct distilling process with steam, and they're testing each batch. This is something that they do. There are videos all over YouTube that the actual CEO is in, and he's talking about the oils, and you can actually visit the Young Living oils as well. The Young Living farms as well in Utah and the ones across the world, and you can visit them and see their process and see what they're doing. So I like that aspect of the company. I also research social responsibilities within a company, and they seem to be the best. They are the best. I've been using them for months now. Before I decided to say I'm going to become an independent distributor, I used them for months, and I've tested them out on many different ailments, from the lavender on the eczema for my baby's skin, the lavender to help her sleep, to the thieves oil for whitening my teeth. There's a thieves oil blend that has clove, rosemary, cinnamon bark, and one other oil in it, and it is a cleaning and antiseptic oil, because it uses plants that are antiseptic and antibacterial. So this oil has the same properties, of course. And I use it, I gargle every day to white my teeth, and my gums haven't been healthier, and my teeth haven't been as white as they have been since I've been using the thieves oil. So there's a lot of uses for essential oils, and I've dove into them with my essential oil pocket reference book, and I forgot I'm on screen share so you guys can't see what I'm doing, but there are many different uses for essential oils, and a lot of them are medicinal uses. And I need everyone to realize how important and how well essential oils work. Essential oils are plant-based, and plants will not only play a vital role in the ecological balance of our planet, but they also have been immediately linked to our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Since the beginning of time, since 1500 BC, is the oldest text that is out that shows that people in ancient cultures have used essential oils. And so it's good to know that there's a company like Young Living out there that are giving us 100% therapeutic grade oils, and they are going for that. They stand by that, and the founder, he travels the world, and he makes sure that he finds farms, or he finds areas to purchase farms that are not only areas where the indigenous plants grow and the soil is pure and the air is pure, but they also that they are upholding themselves to a certain responsibility when it comes to the oils. So when it comes to complementary and alternative methods, can oils and drugs be used at the same time? There hasn't been any publication that's been linked to adverse reactions between drugs and essential oils. Now, I am not a medical doctor. I am a wellness coach. I am getting my bachelor's of science in health and wellness, so I am learning this stuff, as well as I'm making sure that I'm giving you the applicable information. Always, always, always please consult your doctor, consult your physician before you start using something for dietary needs, whether it's an essential oil or whether it's a new food that you're using, or physical activity. If you don't think you need to consult with your doctor, of course. I'm always here to give my opinion on things, but I'm not definitely saying that this is going to work for you, because everybody's body makeup is different. Everybody's different. And so oils and drugs can be used at the same time. And you can use essential oils topically. This was a big one for me because I hadn't even thought of being able to use essential oils topically and that they work. So far as an internal type of thing. My daughter had broken out into a fever one night, and I'd read everywhere that peppermint oil, apply it on their stomachs when you're having indigestion problems. That works, and apply it on their temples and rub it on the soles of their feet. And it broke her fever within hours. No Tylenol, no over-the-counter medicine, just some good old peppermint oil and a cool compress to kind of keep her going down. And a fever is a sign of your body fighting infection, so it's something to panic about if it gets over a certain degree, of course, for certain age groups. But it's something that I panic. I always panic when my daughter gets sick, because she very rarely gets sick. So when she broke out into this fever, I was like, oh my God, what to do? And I just kind of recollected myself. I mentally also told myself that she was going to be okay. We have to mentally heal ourselves so we can mentally heal others as well. That is something that is so true to heart, because our thought atmospheres and the words that we put out into the universe actually manifests. And so I told myself she was going to be okay, and I rubbed her down with peppermint oil, and I kept taking her temperature, and I kept trying to give her liquids as she woke up, and she was fine. The peppermint oil broke her fever. Lavender for your skin is so great. I've been putting drops of lavender oil in her bath. Not only does it help her sleep better at night, but she has no more baby eczema. So I've definitely been recommending lavender to everyone who comes to me with skin ailments. I put lavender in a purification blend that we carry into my facial oil cleanser that I use, and my skin has been great. I still get little breakouts when it's around that time of the month and that stuff, but for the most part, blemishes are gone, no breakouts, and I have clear, beautiful skin pretty much. I have pretty bad internet connection, so I'm not sure if you guys can see really well, but it just works well. So there's other uses for essential oil topically. There is let me go back to screen share so I can show you guys my next picture. I'm waiting for it to pop up, sorry guys. Close it out. Let me get to it. So there are many, many uses for essential oils topically. There are VitaFlex techniques that they're triggers, pressure points or triggers on the bottom of your feet that you can use in order to, that you can apply your oils in order for them to have an effect on your body. So it's, essential oils, there's a world of use for essential oils. So I'm going to go back to screen share really quickly, and then I can show you guys my next slide or picture, and we can continue to talk about them. So I'm going to go back. So so diffusing your essential oils. I have my diffuser here. I actually have thieves oil and citronella. Citronella is good for good energy, and it keeps the bugs away, so I love having my citronella oil diffusing. How diffusing works, how aromatherapy really works for you, is it influences the emotional center of your brain. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of a lobotomy, but if anyone has a lobotomy, it takes away all of their emotional feelings. So they literally can have pain, they can have a loved one die, and they not feel anything. A lobotomy affects the limbic system of the brain. So a lobotomy is taking away the limbic system of the brain, and it's on both sides of your your brain, and you have all of these different pituitary glands. You have the hypothalamus, you have the thalamus, you have the corpus callosum, and I don't know if I'm saying those words right, but when you inhale, they go to the emotional center of your brain, and so it affects your memory, breathing, blood pressure, your stress levels, which is really important. We have a few different essential oils that will help level your stress, balance your stress out, I should say. It can control your heart rate, your hormones. Aromatherapy affects the body in many ways. Your five senses are directly linked to your limbic system, and so that's how, and your limbic system is actually directly linked to your immune system. So your emotions and what you do with them directly affect your immune system. So if you are constantly treating yourself with aromatherapy, just diffusing essential oils, you keep your immune system in tip-top shape. And so that's something to consider when you're thinking of getting a diffuser or how to use essential oils. And you can also take them internally. Now, with this whole taking essential oils internally, anything can be toxic to you in excess. I personally have taken lavender, lemon, peppermint internally. We have a grapefruit and we have a spearmint as well. A drop or two is all you need of an essential oil because there's such concentrated compounds of plant-based, and you can decide, you can make them into capsules, or I usually just put them into my water. My lavender, I make a lavender tea with, and I put it in my, I juice some lemons, and I'll drop a drop or two of lavender and lemon. For my lemon oils, I'll put it in my water. For my, just having some lemon water, or your peppermint is good in your water for weight loss. And so a drop or two in your water is all you need, and I would definitely dilute it with at least 8 ounces of water. Anything in excess can be toxic, so it's important to remember that. I personally have not taken a lot of essential oils internally. Peppermint was one of my favorites because peppermint helps with indigestion. It helps soothe your stomach, and lemon is just a good one to have to detox. Lavender tastes really good in tea, so and so I do a lavender tea, or I'll do a lavender lemonade, excuse me. And so you can add essential oils to your meals. We sell an oregano, we sell those particular type of oils. I still like to use my fresh herbs, and so I like to keep my essential oils for things that I need around the house or for therapeutic use. And so my peppermint is one of my faves. Lemon. I've had orange as well. I've had orange at a friend's house in my water, and that was delicious. So it's a good way to flavor your waters and to get a good detoxing in your body when you want to use lemon and things like that. And so taking essential oils internally is something you can do. I love this piece right here, Zombie Apocalypse. Scary. Essential oils, not scary. You don't have to be afraid of essential oils, especially Young Living essential oils, because you have the backing by the company and they are not riddled with chemicals. You're getting a steam distilled process. So you're getting the best oil out of that plant that you can get. They test every batch, and they cost because they are the best, 100% pure, 100% therapeutic. It's a great, great way to start to incorporate alternative medicines into your lifestyle. And so a medicine cabinet makeover. This are the everyday oils. Thieves oil, which is one of my favorites. I love thieves, y'all. Viruses, it kills household dirt, colds, cold sores, sore throat, cuts, you name it. My niece, actually, this is another oil I actually took internally as well. My niece was feeling a little bad. She was feeling cold symptoms, and so I gave her a tablespoon of honey with a drop of thieves. She was a little mad because it burned a little because of the clove that's in it, but she was feeling good within a few hours. She wasn't, she was looking like, how kids look when they don't feel too well. But she was up and running around and playing after I gave her the thieves. So I took some as well because I wanted to take some with her so that she would know. It's kind of like when you're giving your child Tylenol or something like that, you kind of want them to know that something that's good for you. And so thieves is one of my favorites. I've given it to a friend for toothaches. I've used it for cleaning. I love to put in a spray bottle and clean my bathroom. It just makes my bathroom smell really nice. I have used these for a host of things. I put it in coconut oil for a body rub, for a body oil. And because it has such antibacterial properties, I use it in order to keep like skin tags and stuff like that away. Lavender is good for stress, good for scrapes, good for pains, good for burns. Lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. We have frankincense, which is one of my favorites. The frankincense that Young Living has is unmatched. The lemon for bloating, lemon for energy loss, anxiety. I like to put it in my water. The lemon oil is sweet and it's delicious. The peace and calming is one of my favorites. If I'm feeling stressed or if I'm feeling anxious, or I will diffuse that, or I'll just sniff it neat. Panaway, that's one that everyone's loving. I make a pain cream out of the Panaway, and it helps aids and sore muscles. It helps aid sciatic pain. That's a testimony of mine. I have a really bad sciatic pain in my back from carrying my daughter, and I've always had it since I've had her, and this is the only thing that works, and it works in seconds. It's also good for my tennis elbow when I'm sitting at the computer all day and I'm typing. Purification is one that is another of my favorites. That's the one that I put inside of my facial cleanser to clean up blemishes, and also on insect bites. So when I feel myself get an insect bite, I put that on, and the itch goes away immediately, and I never see a mark come up. Smelly laundry, I put it in my towels. The Thieves too, I'll put a drop or two of purification. I put a drop or two of Thieves in my laundry, and it gets your laundry smelling so clean without all the synthetics from fabric softeners and bleach and all of that other stuff. Peppermint, of course, we talked about. There's a Joy blend that is really good to keep hyperactivity down, sadness, stress. Stinky laundry, again, for that emotional imbalance. That's a big one for me. And Valor. Valor is really good for snoring and anxiety and back problems. So Valor was another good one. And these are ones that come in our premium starter kit. So you get all of these oils in that kit. Young Living seed to seal process. Excuse the dogs outside. But Young Living seed to seal process, they seed them. They make sure that their plants are verified for their essential oil potentials by our experts at Young Living. They're cultivated on Young Living farms that are owned by Young Living, and they have to hold up to a high standard. Distilled, steam distilled, an ancient modern technique that has been used for ages. Each batch is tested and each batch is sealed by Young Living. So, excuse the dogs, y'all. Dogs outside are crazy. But this is our premium starter kit. It comes with all the everyday oils that we talked about. It also comes with a stress away, a 5 milliliter stress away, which is, I still have it. I rub it on my wrist. I rub, and when I'm out and about, that's the one I keep in my purse and I keep on me at all times. There's a few samples in there, and it comes with a diffuser like the one I have sitting here. So this is a really good value for the premium starter kit if you're thinking about trying essential oils. Of course, you can purchase a single oil from me if you would like. My New Orleans accent comes out often. But the premium starter kit is something that we recommend that everyone starts out with if you're thinking of choosing essential oils. And so it's important to continue to think of other alternative methods of medicine as well. I today have a few here that are new to me. Now, and actually, just the basil, the holy basil is new to me. It's high in antioxidants, a natural sleep aid, improves stamina, helps aid the body from stress, and it boosts the immune system. It's an anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatories are important because when we get sick or when we contract things like cancers and stuff like that, we are inflamed, or our immune systems are inflamed, or something is inflamed, some part of our body is inflamed. So having something that's an anti-inflammatory incorporated into your daily diet is good for you in order to keep the illnesses down. So that's just something to always think about. We're going to go back to screen share and we're going to talk about the alternative methods that I like to use. So let me get over here really quickly. Okay, there we go. We got to go back. Sorry, guys. So alternative medicines for diabetes. I wanted to talk about this one because I had a few people ask me a few things. And so alternative methods for diabetes are going to be, diabetes is the leading cause of cardiovascular disease. There's type 1 that's genetic, and then there's type 2 that's usually caused by nutritional causes. Wolfberry is one of the best wolfberries are one of the best alternative medicines for diabetes. It's consumed in China a lot, and there's not a lot of diabetes in China because it balances the pancreas and the detoxes. In China, they eat wolfberries almost daily, and so it's something that keeps the diabetes away. So if you can find some wolfberries, I can get you some wolfberries as well. So if you are pre-diabetic or you have diabetes, you can let me know and you can try wolfberries for yourself. Herbs and oils that you can use for diabetes are cloves, cinnamon, lemongrass. I got some lemongrass here. Fennel, dill, coriander. We also have essential oils for each of those. Digestes and oil blends. We have the Thieves oil blend. There's an Endoflex and an Oka Tea. It is an oil blend. And then there's supplements, stevia, and I have some here. Multigreens, Mega Cow, Essential Zyme, Ninga X, and wolfberries are the wolfberries that we carry for diabetes. So for fibroids, now fibroids are benign tumors in the female pelvis. They're composed of muscle cells and fibrous connective tissues. Improving the liver function and balancing your hormones are going to be what you're going to want to try to do to manage your fibroids. Single oils and herbs, you can use frankincense, you can use Idaho tansy, which is one that is grown by Young Living right there in one of our Idaho farms. You got oregano, pine, helichrysum, lavender, geranium, holy basil. I got the holy basil here. And I drink that as a tea. Echinacea, nettle. I have nettle and dandelion root. Love all four of those. Holy basil, echinacea, nettle, dandelion root, the bomb. Oil blends that we carry are Valor and Endoflex for fibroids. The supplements we do have, and we do also sell 100% therapeutic natural supplements. Multigreens, Power Meal, Balance Complete, Essential Zyme, and Light 5. So those are good for your fibroids. So we're going to talk about thyroid disease because there's two types. There's your hyperthyroid, and thyroids your thyroid is your energy gland that produces a T3 and a T4 thyroid hormone, and it controls your metabolism, your digestion, your circulation, immune functions, hormone balances, and your emotions. So your thyroid is very important. I know a lot of people that have problems with their thyroids. And the symptoms of Graves' disease or hyperthyroid, your hyperthyroid is an overactive thyroid. Symptoms of that are anxiety, restlessness, insomnia, diabetes, premature gray hairs, arthritis, and vitiligo. So hyperthyroid oils and herbs you can use are myrrh, blue tansy, spruce, lemongrass, wintergreen, and German chamomile. The oil blends that we carry are Endoflex. There's brain power, clarity, and common sense. And then the supplements are the multigreens, mineral essence, Mega Cow, Essential Zyme, Detox Zyme, Thyromin, and Sulfur Zyme. So these are oils and blends that you can get from me if you would like. Let me know if you want to try any or if you want any more information. So for hypothyroid, which is Hashimoto's, now that is an underactive thyroid. The side effects of an underactive thyroid are fatigue, yeast infections, low energy, reduced immune function. You get reoccurring infections when you have Hashimoto's, and low sex hormones. Who wants to have low sex hormones? So oils and herbs that you can use are lemon, myrtle, peppermint, myrrh, clove, lemongrass, and spearmint. And then you got your oil blends of Endoflex, brain power, and clarity. And then Thyromin is a supplement that we carry, multigreen, sulfur zyme, essential zyme, detox zyme, and Mega Cow. So Hashimoto's is one that I get a lot of questions about. And so it's important to, if you have any questions or if you think that you would like to try any of those, definitely hit me up. I can give you more information. I can do a one-on-one counseling session with you to see what exactly are your needs or what exactly is going on, and see what we can do to kind of get you on a wellness lifestyle. These are the things that I'm doing as a career, and I bring them to you guys right now free of charge because I am wanting to jump more into helping the community and making sure that I can give people what they need. in order to kind of just make applicable lifestyle changes and live well. Live well is kind of my motto, because we're not living well. We're just living to treat our illnesses, and we're not preventing them. We're not doing enough to keep ourselves out of hospitals and with high hospital bills and things like that. So I wanted to show you guys really quickly my new tea, or my new herbals I got, which were lemongrass. This is so good, lemongrass in the tea. I had some this morning, and I was very, very, very happy with it. I was surprised. It was so delicious. So lemongrass is anti-inflammatory. There's arthritic benefits. Reduces fever, lowers cholesterol. I can't talk today. My New Orleans accent like jumps out at me. And eats cancer cell lipids. And has a high content of citral, known for antibacterial cleanse. So get you some lemongrass if you guys see it anywhere in your local farmers markets or tea. I like to find a place that can give me, that's picking their teas and their plants locally, so that I can get the most health benefits out of the autoimmune stuff, boosting my immune system, I should say. Stevia. This is a natural sweetener. This little buddy right here. Stevia is really good for pre-diabetic and people who have diabetes, because it lowers the cholesterol, and it actually lowers your blood levels. The blood levels. Am I saying that right? It lowers your blood cholesterol. So you definitely, in this, so the way you use stevia, somebody asked me how to use stevia, and it is a plant. So it does look like this. So if you have a loose tea steeper, you can use that. Use your loose tea steeper, and you can add it in there with your tea, and it will automatically sweeten your tea. If you're cooking with it, you can add it in. If you are using bag tea, you can add it in there. You're just going to have to sift through the stevia. I actually have eaten this stuff fresh off of the plant, and it's not bad. I would swallow it because it has so many different health benefits of using stevia as opposed to sugar and other refined sweeteners. And this holy basil, Tulsi basil, high in antioxidants, it's a sleep aid. I think I talked about this one earlier. Holy basil is really, really good, and this tastes really good. It's a tea form. So very, very good stuff, guys. If you guys have any questions, you can comment below. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. You can catch me on Facebook if you would like to get any essential oils. We're having a sale right now on the lavender. It's a 20% off sale. And so lavender right now is running about $20. Let me know and if you want to try any of the single oils or any of the supplements I spoke about. If you need any more information on your particular illness or disease that you may have, hit me up. Always on my email, lmtaylor84@gmail. Always on Facebook, facebook.com/MissTtv, and I have an Essential Lounge on Facebook as well. So I'm always around, guys. So check me out. Holla at me. I am here for you all to help you make those applicable wellness and lifestyle changes. Make sure, as always, you're getting physical activity daily. You're working out. Adults should have at least an hour, and it's about 2 hours and 30 minutes a week, and that's doable. A vigorous to moderate activity, physical activity. So we should be getting at least, I always say, at least 30 minutes of physical activity a day. Vigorous to moderate physical activity. Any amount of physical activity is going to help your immune system. It's going to help you live longer, and it's going to help you take off the weight. It's going to help you feel better mentally and physically. So you definitely need physical activity. Meditation, I can't stress enough quieting the mind. Taking 5 to 10 minutes out daily to quiet your mind, to let go of your stressors, taking deep breaths when you feel anxiety coming on, and just letting go of all the things that we can't really control in our lives. It's important. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm always here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I so appreciate you all. And that's it. I'm out of here. It's 7:08. So